Be kind to yourself, even if it means a little self-talk, tough love. Let's get into it.
Never gonna stop now, baby.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the house that is officially mad. If you're new around here and enjoying my content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Also, feel free to drop me a comment below. I love hearing from you. If you'd like to support me further, I have Buy Me a Coffee and I have YouTube membership on this channel. All the links and the info will be in the description box below. So I end my videos, and one of the things that I say is be kind to yourself. That encompasses a lot of things. It also includes self-tough love talk. We have to do this more than you think, folks. I do. It's not easy, but we have to do it in order to survive. I had a comment last week and I answered it with 10 points about my thoughts. And I'm going to read you what I wrote, just in case you missed it for whatever reason. Number 1, remember your why. Number 2, this is a lifestyle and a way of eating. It is called a carnivore diet, yes, but it is primarily a healing diet. The side effect is weight loss. 3, some people don't have any weight loss for ages. However, their bodies need to heal first before weight loss can occur. For this to happen, your body needs to feel safe, and it won't feel safe until you put the right food and fat into your body. 4, every time you mess up, you hinder your healing process. 5, you have to trust the process. 6, as Dr. Kiltz says, fat is where it's at. This is something I am coming to terms with, and I've been doing this for 8 months, nearly 9. 7, research is key. Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Berry, Dr. Chaffee, Dr. Hampton, and many other doctors. Get your medical advice from them and your inspiration from the many carnivore channels that are documenting their journey. 8, be kind to yourself. This doesn't mean talking yourself around when you're faltering. It means self-tough love talk. Sometimes we have to be cruel to be kind, even to ourselves. 9, I tell it like it is. I always have, and I always will. Number 10, remember point number 1. I know people struggle on the carnivore lifestyle. Everybody's body is different. It's going to react to this way of eating differently. And at the basics, it's going to react differently based on just your body type. But then also it takes into account your body's very clever. Remember that. It's very clever. If it's got the right fuel in there, it knows what to do. You'd be surprised. So you've got the basics where some people lose weight first, and then there's the healing that comes after. Then you've got some that have to heal first, and then the weight loss comes. And I've heard of people on this lifestyle who've been on it for like 2-3 years and haven't lost a single pound. But the healing they have to do is their biggest why. Some of them have severe autoimmune problems. There's even one who is keeping cancer at bay. Type 2 diabetes, all of those things. And that is one of the big selling points, if you like, of this way of eating, is that it is ultimately a healing lifestyle first. The weight loss is secondary to all of that. It is something that I have to remind myself of I've had a rough trot because so many things factor into why you might stall. I've been very stressed, as you know, in the last 3 weeks, coming out the other side of it now. I've increased my fat. I had a massive weight loss last week. Could it have been because of the isometric exercises that I've been doing? Could it be that I've increased my fat and my body is starting to heal a little better? I'm one of those bodies that I will lose weight initially. And that has been the trend for every diet that I've ever been on. I always lose weight, okay? But this is different. This is a healing lifestyle. And you have to remember that. So if you are struggling with the lack of weight loss, remember what your body is trying to do. You're not going to help your body if you keep falling off the wagon. You're hindering nobody else's progress except your own. You're shooting yourself in your own foot, no one else's. And honestly, there is no point in telling me of all people, the foods that you find difficult to avoid and listing them in a comment. Doesn't help me. I understand why, but with me, those things are out of sight, out of mind. And maybe that's something you need to do. If you've got those things in the house, get rid of them. Remove all the temptations. Early on when I did research, a lot of carnivores said, empty out your cupboards before you start, then start filling your freezer and your fridge with all the things you can have. If that is something that you need to do, then do it. If you're hanging on to them, you need to ask yourself why, if those things are constant temptations for you. Yeah, there I said it. If those things are causing you problems, folks, then you need to address that. And to address that, you need to think about your why. Why are you doing this? This does work. I've been on it nearly 9 months. It works. And I've got no problem with eating meat for the rest of my life. None whatsoever. With the occasional, in the future, I might add sour cream as a sauce or something. I might think about having all those wonderful things like, Kiltz's ice cream. I don't have the courage yet. And I don't have the courage because I know that ice cream was my nemesis. And I know that I could never just get a litre tub and have a little 2-3 scoops from the litre tub every night. No, it had to be the whole tub. I cannot moderate. I just can't. So it's just better for me to not have it in the house. If you cannot moderate, get rid of it. Give it the heave-ho. You have to remember why you're doing this for yourself, okay? And I stress for yourself. I'm doing this for me. I love my family, don't get me wrong, but what I'm doing here with this lifestyle's got nothing to do with them. None whatsoever. Doing it for me. Selfish reasons. You have to be enough. Like I say at the end, you are loved, you are appreciated, you are enough. You need to be enough for yourself in order to be successful. Easier for me to say than it is to do, because even I struggle with it. Look at me in the last few weeks. You guys had to put the advice back to me that I've been giving to you. You guys kindly reminded me that I am loved, I am appreciated, and I am enough. Works both ways. But the buck stops with you. You have to be enough for yourself first. Like I said, if you are keeping those foods in the house that you should not have, you know full well you shouldn't have them. If you cannot moderate that, get rid of it. But at the end of the day, if you've got Pringles in your cupboard, ice cream in your freezer, chocolate in your little secret stash, ask yourself, can you really have those on a carnivore lifestyle? Survey says, no, you can't even moderate that. on carnivore. You just shouldn't have it. Don't believe me? Do more research. When you're a carnivore, you have to make sacrifices. And some of them are very hard to make because you have been in a state of culinary comfort for many, many years. You've gotten used to the foods that they've been pushing on you. And all those things you know you shouldn't have, they taste so good. But they're not helping you. They're just not helping you. Get rid of them. If you can't get rid of them, you need to have a look at your why and whether it's enough. For me, it's the pain in my legs. That's enough to keep me away from those things I can't have, that I would love to dearly have. I'd love to have a glass of Pepsi Max, but it has maltodextrin in it. Am I going to touch it? Heck no. The other night when they made pizzas here at home, you know, they had the pizza bases and all the things and the tomato paste and everything, onions and this and that. Could I have devoured one? Absolutely. But did I? No. My husband made me a meat pizza. The base was just mincemeat mixed with egg as a binder. He put that in the oven and cooked that for a while, and I added some barbecue chicken to it with some rump steak. That's it. That was my pizza, and it was delicious. If you're looking at these foods, no, I'll never be able to have pizza again. Now, it's the dough that you won't be able to have again. Have a look at the ingredients of the dough. Have a look at the ingredients of the pre-grated cheese that they have in the supermarkets. I wouldn't even touch that with a 10-foot pole. It's got an additive in it that coats the grated cheese to stop it from clumping, and it causes bloating and God knows what else it does inside your stomach. Pre-grate your cheese. Make the effort. You are going to be better off if you do small little things like that. Get rid of the pre-grated cheese. Don't believe me? Have a look at the back of the packet. It will have an additive in there, anti-clumping agent, anti-caking agent. It's in there on pre-grated cheese. You'll help your stomach and your digestion a little bit more if you get rid of that. The chemicals that are in things are not great. I'm even looking at the chemicals that are in the things that I put on my body, not just in my body. For example, I had fun the other night. There is a soap that you can get worldwide, and I won't mention the name, but I will describe what it is. It is a beauty bar that's named after a specific bird. Okay? I tried to read the ingredients in this particular soap and I couldn't pronounce them, like at all. I was reading them out, trying to read them out, and my husband was absolutely wetting himself laughing because Mr. 5,000 unit maths can actually pronounce those things. Me, not so much. Then I looked at Dr. Squatch soaps and stuff, and I could pronounce every darned thing that's in it. So I've bought Dr. Squatch soap and shampoo because I am not putting onto my body anything I can't pronounce. It's just, it changes everything. At the very core of this lifestyle, it changes how you think. You very quickly realize what the food companies have been doing, what the chemical companies have been doing, what the pharmaceutical companies have been doing. People who start on this lifestyle go down that particular rabbit hole and they sit there seething with rage because they've been pulling the wool over our eyes for years. And we fell for it. And that's the thing. If you're going to pick up a can of Pringles and start munching on them because you're not losing weight, you're giving in to them. You are lining their pockets and doing yourself a disservice. So put your big girl panties on or your big boy panties on and get on with it. Stop stuffing around because you're messing yourself around more than anyone else. So think of your why. You have to start thinking of that why. It's very important. I do love you guys very, very much. I hope you know that. I'm never going to gloss things over. My darling Adrian basically shook the last part of the cage. My husband had been trying to rattle my cage for years. But when he came along, Adrian took that cage and he shook the living daylights out of it. And what resulted was this channel, me doing this and all the things. Some people do on occasion need to have their cage rattled. And if I can pay it forward by telling you to stop messing around, throw the food out you know you shouldn't have, remember your why. It's a healing lifestyle first, weight loss is second. If you need me to rattle your cage and tell you that, then that's exactly what I've just done. I'm good with you. Hey, how dare she talk to me like that? I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Because I know that I'm trying to help you. If you comment saying what's happening in your life, I'm going to do what I can to help you. But don't come to me with excuses. Because in life, and this is where I got to, there you get to a point where you run out of excuses. I did. There are none left. And if you're still making excuses, you're not there yet. You need to look at that. Stop making excuses. You know it works. You've seen the testimonials of it working. Don't take my word for it. Go start hitting up the doctors that are on YouTube. Dr. Chaffee, Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Berry, Dr. Hampton. Go and have a look at Homestead How. You want to see all of the things that's happening over there. And the documentary that's happening. If there wasn't something in this, all of that wouldn't be happening. It's as simple as that. So it's time to wake up, take the rose-colored glasses off, and start smelling the roses that are in front of you, because life is worth having. And I'm going to have a life. I'm going to have a life. And you're worth having one as well. Just so you know, just so we're clear. You're worth it too. You're entitled to have the life you want without pain, without all these problems, medical problems, and you're entitled to not have to consistently take medicine to band-aid the problems that you've got. You're entitled to have that kind of life. You know that, right? So stop messing about. Get out there and have it. Grab this lifestyle by the horns and hang on, because it's not going to be an easy ride. Go back 9 months worth of content. You'll see what the ride's been like so far. Some of it has not been easy. So get used to it. Just settle in, buckle up, buttercup, and settle in. Because like somebody said to me in the first week, this is going to be the ride of your life. And they weren't wrong. On that note, I'm going to leave you in peace and tell you to make sure you have a good weekend. Make the next meal meat. Be kind to those around you. Protect your peace. Don't take any crap. Come on now. You are loved. You are appreciated. And you are enough. Got it? Good. Until next week for weigh-in. Bye for now, folks. Mwah.